Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we are continuing Megaton Man Mondays with our second installment, issue 2 of Megaton Man from Kitchen Sink Press and Don SIMPSON, one of my favorite cartoonists. Cannot wait to share it with you guys, so subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. Okay, it's been a week since I declared Megaton Man Mondays, and I think it's going swimmingly, don't you all? The first issue was so much fun. I can't believe it's taken me so long to get on board with this. Love Don SIMPSON'S cartooning. Splitting Image, Megaton Man. Don is gearing up to release the first Megaton Man omnibus from Fantagraphics, and I'm so excited about it. He is also, it's going to be in black and white, so that's really cool. Cannot wait to see all the beautiful art, as I've been saying. This is the original Megaton Man series. Started in 1984. This came out in 85, I guess. 10 issues, Kitchen Sink Press, and then there would be like a few other Megaton Man series after that. Then there would be like Megaton Man versus Normal Man, Megaton Man versus Savage Dragon, or maybe not versus, but teaming up. And that's kind of how I knew of Megaton Man and Don SIMPSON and Splitting Image. And then, you know, I don't know, Don SIMPSON's been here and there. Pictopia, one of his big things with Alan Moore. He is, you know, involved. He lettered 1963, that great Image series back in the day. And it was supposed to culminate in an annual of 1963 by Alan Moore, illustrated by Jim Lee. And it never happened. And Don SIMPSON has taken upon himself to finish that annual and use it as a way to reintroduce Megaton Man. So with the impending omnibus of this original Megaton Man series, along with the 1963 and coming new Megaton Man stories, I think, don't call it a comeback, 2023 as I predict the year of Don SIMPSON. And I've been coloring a lot of his stuff. Actually, here's my teaser. Stick around to the end of the video and I will attach a recent Puck from Alpha Flight commission that Don did that I colored, and I think it looks fantastic. So stick around till the end of the video, and remember to subscribe and like, damn you. I think it's always best to chastise your audience and guilt them into things like that. I mean, you're watching this for free, MFers. America's most bombastic superhero. Love the logo, love everything, love the design elements, love the coloring, love the little corner box here. It's even got some fun like zipatone in it, and the super teeny art. I love the super teeny art on like the multi-paneled pages that is involved in some of this. Such great parody. Megaton Man is like a parody of Superman, but then I feel like Don is more like a Marvel kind of Spider-Man guy. I'm surprised he didn't lead harder into the Spider-Man, but we've got like Fantastic Four with the Metropolis Quartet, and it is so good. I love it. So, this is so great too. This like, you know, I feel like Don didn't waste a single, page or a single, you know, corner of any page, a single inch of any page. You know, he's using the inside cover to sort of do this Watcher parody, and he's called the Peeper, which I think is hilarious. I mean, obviously, you know, the Joker being a voyeur is like rife with endless jokes. I love the art here. You know, it's like I talked about how I kind of like the evolution of Don's art. I love the early art here where he's more cartoony and definitely going for a more humor slant with the exaggerated features and stuff. And then it would evolve more into more realistic looking characters, and Megaton Man being the only one with the exaggerated features. And I totally love that. But as I get into this more, like, I'm loving, like, the style of this. It's kind of giving me a little bit of Frank Quitely, Grant Morrison, Flex Mantello vibes. which really makes me want to see Don. If I were like a multimillionaire, I would just make Don Simpson. Like I would pay him daily to do commissions of things I want to see him draw. And Fox Mantello would definitely be on that list. I mean, just think about, you know, the way he captures Megaton Man. I'm sure maybe perhaps Don, have you done Fox Mantello? I guess I'm gonna find out soon enough. So basically, Lois Lane and Sue Richards leave town to find, you know, Sue doesn't want to be part of the Fantastic Four anymore. Lois doesn't want to write for the Manhattan Project anymore, which I love that the frickin' Daily Bugle is called the Manhattan Project. Like, that is so frickin' amazing for so many reasons. Love Yarn Man. Just love the art, and, like, it's so fun. Like, the satire level is, like, next level. And I love panels like this with, like, the silhouette and the great perspective here and, like, the little silhouette of the fire escape. And just the fact that they leave town in this station wagon, which is hysterical with all the suitcases on top of the roof. And that does look like very Midwestern highway right there, as they are headed towards the Midwest to seek their... I mean, who doesn't find themselves in the Midwest? Nobody. That's why we all leave there, to find themselves in West Hollywood like I did. As I am from the Midwest. Great version of the Baxter Building here. Okay, so See-Thru Girl of the Metropolis Quartet, Don's parody version of Fantastic Four, is leaving with Lois Lane. I mean, she has a different name, of course, but... So Megaton Man reluctantly joins the Metropolis Quartet as the fill-in. See, this is the great thing about Megaton Man, too, and it helps that while this is my first time experiencing it, like, I know about all the history, a lot of the history of comic books and stuff. So, you know, there was a history of the Fantastic Four needing a fourth member. And I love how they're making it, like, so important that the name stays in check. And that's, like, really the whole reason for getting him fill-in. So they ask Megaton Man if he will fill in for See-Thru Girl. And I love that he reluctantly accepts only if it's on a temporary basis. So they should feel lucky to have him. However, they decide to put him through a series of tests to see if he can cut the mustard as the teammate. And then they go into this, like, hilarious lampoon of, like, the Danger Room, which I used to love the Danger Room when I was young. But now that I'm, like, older, and especially going through, like, old X-Men and stuff, I just see, like, how preposterous and ridiculous it is. And it's like... no, it's perfectly safe, but we're all going to be, like, sequestered in this booth out here, and maybe in another building, which I love that Don C. Humor takes it to the next level, on these jokes. Like, it's funny because, you know, people who watch my channel know that I'm mostly about the art, but I am so happy to be reminded of how much I love Don Simpson's writings, too. Like, it's freaking cracks me up at any chance. Like, I love this ridiculous test that they put him through in the Danger Room, and he slips on a banana peel, and then his hands get slammed in a grand piano. It's like, why is there a grand piano in the Danger Room? I mean, don't you just, like, kind of want to see that happen, like, in a legit X-Men comic book now? Like, just the most preposterous kind of Danger Room scenario. Even though that kind of already happened when Kitty just breathed through the Danger Room. But that's kind of like the opposite of that, is Megaton Man, like, having this horrifying time getting through the Danger Room, even being besmirched by something as, you know, I don't know. I was going to say as, you know, not threatening as a banana peel, but... as far as Cartoon Land is concerned, it's like one of the most epically threatening things in comic history. Look at these multiple panels. So on the fence, if, like, the gutters here look really tiny, and I don't know if I like that or not, given that there's so many panels on each page. I feel like it would give it a little more breathing room. But then again, it speaks well to the frenetic pace of the storytelling. And I love Don Simpson's lettering. Like, look how good that is. So they go to this Bug-Eyed Island, which is clearly like Monster Island and Fantastic Four, and they're going to test Megaton Man's powers. And I don't know, the comedy, like, because not only is it great satire and like dour and sarcastic and like sardonic and just like everything that I love and my sense of humor and like really off the wall kind of out there, but then sometimes it's just like straightforward slapstick and like very like almost Warner Brothers Bugs Bunny cartoon. Like they kick him out of the quartet car or I mean, I'm obviously not committed to whatever the parody names here are. I apologize. So I might be intermingling the real parody names with the fake ones, so forgive me for that. But anyway, they boot him out of the fantastic car and he falls into the island and forgets to fly and just, but they give him credit for like creating this genius plan or something, which I just love. Now, where's this? You know, at 32 pages, a bi-monthly comic book, there's a lot of breathing room for like great storytelling and just, you know, but it's so dense. I feel like Don was like definitely putting in as much as he could. So he's on Monster Island, and this is great too. Like once again, it's like as fun as the art is, like, or the storytelling is, and the jokes are great. Like I'm always pausing at the art when I'm just like stopping to like appreciate it, and I just appreciate like the negative space in certain panels like that. And he sits on this push button. Hilarious. Props to the credit, or to the letterer, the colorist. I guess we just don't care about credits in 1985, Don Simpson. No wonder you're not as famous as you think you need to be, because you don't even give yourself credits in your damn comic books. Where is it? I want that omnibus to be blazing with Don Simpson's freaking DNA made this comic book. Okay, there's end of rant. Oh my god, I love that. That is so great. First of all, how cool is this art? Like, this is so much fun. This is like definitely like drawn by somebody who just freaking loves comic books and comic book art, and I love it. Like it's just so cool. Like, and this is like pre-image, but I feel like it definitely has like that like epic like energy in your face, kind of bombastic detailing. Love it so much. I feel like this is almost passable for like real Image anatomy. How much did Image actually take from Don Simpson's Megaton Man is what I want to know. This is hilarious. Instead of the Red Skull, you have he calls him the Red Scumball, which cracked me up. And he's like, no, meatball, you insolent swine, with spaghetti sauce. For our beloved El Duce, it's like, you, but of course, Mussolini's right-hand man. Hilarious. I mean, come on. So much fun, right? And the missiles, but then like the cannonball with the, or the bomb with the wick in it. Really great art. Comedy trope there, like the bomb going down here and the fish skeleton popping above the surface. Beautiful inking. I love it so much. It is so grand. Are we ever going to get that Spider-Man grand design from Don Simpson, or some sort of Spider-Man happening? Like, how could, okay, Marvel, like, I feel like people in important positions at comic book companies should definitely be watching my channel, because they'd be getting great ideas all the time. Like, here we go. Like, this was supposed to boost Megaton Man's powers. This is so great, because this is like, you know, fly technology or whatever. Like, oh, I tried to teleport, but there was the fly in the machine, so I like melded with his DNA or whatever. So these mice, like, and I love it, typical tropes, like, inexplicably find this great, you know, cheese and are like, I don't know, walking off to their, you know, completely obvious mouse hole in the wall and get involved in this experiment. And then they get amped up. Their power gets amped up. And great silhouette. I talk about Don Simpson's silhouette panels, and that's another beautiful example there. I would almost blow this up and just make it the cover of like a spin-off of these Megaton rats or whatever the hell they are. I think that would be great. And so, it's just little fun, like, nuggets that just, like, I don't know if he would be excited by that or not, but show that Don and I are cut from the same cloth. I just love, like, they have this costume making machine, and let's see what the Mr. Costume Machine comes up with. I love that it's called Mr. Costume. Like, that is so like 70s and 80s, like Mr. Microphone or whatever. And then Don, cutting promos here, comes up with this, what I'm assuming, and I have to know, like, I don't know if this has to time with, like, Secret Wars, I think, as they mention a crisis, and, like, it's 1985, so all this stuff is happening. But this looks like Don's commentary on Spider-Man's black costume. So they're like, what do you think? And they're like, too much ink. Isn't that an insult to your intelligence? So I guess that's what Don thought of the black costume Spider-Man, who I'm sure at this point he must have drawn by now. Oh yeah, actually there's kind of a parody of the black Spider-Man, and I should say black costume Spider-Man, to be clear, in Don's 1963 annual, I believe. And I love this. This is hysterical. So now the team is intact. I don't know, his costume is so crazy. Very funny. Yarn Man. I love Yarn Man. Isn't he great? He's like the best doppelganger ever. Beautiful cartooning. Bring back some of the, Don, I'm wondering if you're using brush and ink crow quill at the same time, which was so commonplace at the time. And I know you do a lot with just crow quill now, but I'd like to see some fun lushness with your inks like that. I don't know, it's just good, but I guess you just can't fake that or regress or whatever. I don't know. So then they turn Yarn Man. They're trying to, like, you know how they're always trying to cure the thing. So he's trying to cure Yarn Man and actually accidentally turns him into a crochet bathing suit for Felicia, the Alicia. And I love that she's, like, totally cheating on him and says that she wants him and her boyfriend to use Yarn Man as a mattress while they screw. How humiliating. What a revolting development that is, right? Oh my God, hysterical. Like, is this, like, can you believe you've never read this? Like, this is the funniest freaking thing ever. It clearly is just the gift that keeps giving. Every page is like a revelation. It's revealed that so Lois Lane is going to interview Sue, which I love. She's like, it'll never see print, but why not, to pass time? But it's a great storytelling device, like, for us to get to know her. And, like, she was 17 when she married Reed, and he was 60, and, like, she's totally cheating on him. And, like, it's just, like, very interesting. Very, very, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I just, but as usual, like with any cheap show on Netflix, after the first couple of episodes, you get totally roped in. And I'm completely roped in. I mean, the cosmic cue ball, Johnny putting his hand in this mouse hole. I don't know. They're so stupid too. Like, it's just so good. And then Cosmic Cat. Great city shots and scapes, and I love, like, the Venetian blind effect happening. That was so big in comics in the 80s. Just fun, like, variances in the storytelling, like her writing in her journal here. And clearly Don inserting himself in the comic book. A young person carrying a portfolio with long blonde hair. That is so you, Don Simpson. I know it is. But that's okay, because there was a character in here that I felt. And then Felicia, I don't know, it's just, like, hysterical, like, the jokes and, like, just the complete dismissiveness of, like, the whole superhero genre at times. And I love this epic, like, last page cliffhanger, but it's not the end of the book. There's, like, 3 more pages, which is hysterical in of itself. The Manhattan Project, once again, amazing. And I love it. Like, this last page is just so cool. Next issue gives us like these 4 beautiful illustrations. I love this. Like, that could be a print on of itself. I want this, like, partiers from Mars. Like, I cannot wait to see where this goes. This is so good. I'm so happy that Megaton Man Mondays are a smash hit. Look at this great bonus, a blaze blistering action pinup from Don Simpson. From Don, where are your Simpsons? Where are your credits? Simpson, Dandy Don. Anyway, I was trying to say something earlier and lost my train of thought, but there's a character in here with my initials. Yes, here we go. M.F. Trombone is the most influential man in America. M.F.T. Michael Fitzgerald Troy. M.F. Trombone. Did Don Simpson predict me? I don't know. What a terrible way to end the video. Sorry about that, Don. Anyway, I gotta attach that puck picture, so remember. I think that'd be a fun little addition to Megaton Man Mondays. I've colored enough of his art to definitely post one at the end of each episode to keep you coming back for more, which is all the more reason to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Megaton Man Mondays, only one Monday away from the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel, hit like, share my content, buy Don Simpson comics, and I'll bring you more later. Bye.